Hello darlings! As per requested, I have compiled a list of who to me are the most powerful characters we will probably see or are already confirmed for Dragon Age 4. I am evaluating power magically, socially, politically, and skillfully. 10. ABELAS.
I am called ABELAS. We are sentinels.
Status: sustained or dead. While in some plays ABELAS is killed, it's difficult to imagine that the elf who has existed since before the fall of Arlathan, who has been in and out of Uthenera, and possesses powerful magical skills, would not also have a way of surviving a stab wound. He is the leader of the Sentinel Elves and knows much of ancient Lavellan and its magic. So he'd know magic that we don't know of. He guarded the Well of Sorrows at the Temple of Mythal and is bound to Mythal. Would she not then grant him the grace of life? Would he not have magical abilities that would revive him? His knowledge of the ancient times would be invaluable in the fight against Solus, in understanding the ancient god better, and in finding and unlocking secrets of the ancient elves / gods / the Fade.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny.
Since he could be dead, he falls last. 9. Anders / Justice.
Every one of them will feel justice's burn.
Status: sustained. While many have killed Anders, including me in a playthrough, this does not mean that Justice is also dead. I would prefer to see Anders alive and well, even if an abomination. Justice, or Vengeance as he has become, could either sustain Anders' life or take full possession and control of his body. Alive, Anders and Justice offer powerful magic and insight into the cohabitation and combined powers of a mage and spirit, which would be very helpful in understanding Flemeth with Mythal, or Solus with Mythal's essence, Flemeth with Uthemiel, or other beings with other gods within them. Anders' magic with Justice can wipe out an entire group in one fell swoop. Justice on his own might even be more powerful, with no one in the body's mind holding him back. He is spirit become demon. He sees into the Fade and can potentially see what's going on with a certain god's ritual. We'd best get him on our side. Since Anders could be dead, he falls second to last, but Justice would still exist.
I took a spirit into my soul and changed myself forever to achieve this.
8. CORYPHEUS.
Exalt the Elder One. The will that is CORYPHEUS.
Status: Fade bound. While he was extremely powerful when he lived, he has lost his talent for returning through blighted magic. However, I have no doubt that he is not entirely dead. He was poofed, so to speak, into the Fade. If he lives, he roams the Fade, perhaps in search of the Black City. If he is truly dead, then it is his legacy that lives on. Ever powerful, earth-shattering truths that bring to question the very foundation of the beliefs that have shaped modern Thedas. Thus, through his death, he continues to threaten the world. The Venatori who followed him are continuing his work for him. As long as there is a faction of mages ready to destroy the world, to rain fire and glory onto the world for a Tevinter reborn, CORYPHEUS will continue to remain a threat.
Bow before your new god and be spared.
And if alive, imagine the implications and the damage he can do from within the Fade. Thus, dead or alive, he's still dangerous. I rest my case. 7. LUCANIS DELLAMORTE. Status: alive. LUCANIS DELLAMORTE is the grandson of the first Talon, the leader of the Antivan Crows, and he is the most notorious assassin of them all. His name shatters the resolve of those he hunts. They tremble when they hear it. His reputation precedes him. He is skilled. He always gets the job done. Assassination is in his blood. He is also well connected, feared, and respected. He has that gaze that can force you to turn away. And he has a very unique skill. The back of his eyes itch when magic is used and when the veil is thin. This means he can predict and outmaneuver a mage, which makes him a very powerful assassin / ally, hopefully. And it makes him a uniquely powerful being. Definitely alive, but his mark / target, probably not. 6. Morrigan.
I am Morrigan.
Status: alive. Morrigan is a powerful shapeshifter with much arcane knowledge. She was never bound to the rules of the circle, so she has no fear using blood magic and knows how to use it properly, so this makes her less vulnerable to possession by demon. However, she is secluded and has retreated from being much of a fighter. If she drank from the Well of Sorrows, she carries the knowledge of the ancient elves of Lavellan and Lavellan. If she did not, then she still possesses the magical prowess and knowledge learnt from her mother.
Knowledge alone does no harm.
Though she could be magically bound to her mother or soulless now. 5. The Inquisitor.
I'm not chosen. I have chosen.
Status: alive. The Inquisitor may be short of an arm now, but remains a politically savvy and connected person. All the allies gained are not instantly lost. The Inquisition, even if disbanded, still stirs fear and admiration. The Inquisitor is also the herald of Andraste. That will never change. Who walked in the Fade in the flesh, a feat not done in thousands of years, and the previous person to have done it is in the Fade or dead, sent there by the Inquisitor. Well connected with many allies, the Inquisitor's name spoken by others still garners powerful emotions, enough to make one want to help or hinder the Inquisitor. I have no doubt that residual effects from the anchor may still linger. The Inquisitor survived that which should have killed him or her, and if the Inquisitor drank from the Well of Sorrows, possesses all that knowledge from the ancient elves of Lavellan and Lavellan, though they could be bound magically to Flemeth or Solus.
A lot of people are waiting for me out there.
4. Dorian.
Thankfully, Ambassador Pavus is a token appointment.
Status: alive. Dorian is now a magister in the Magisterium of Tevinter in Minrathous. Not bound to any god, he remains a powerful mage with enough political standing to garner respect, support, and allies. He has a subtlety that allows him to convert other magisters to new ways without doing so too openly, which might garner rebellion from those more resistant to change. He has connections to the Archon of Tevinter, allies in many areas of the country, ties to the Inquisition or former Inquisition, and he is among the leaders of his country. In many respects, he is a man of influence, and he is changing Tevinter from within.
I can't wait to degrade the Magisterium with my presence. A new outfit is required.
3. Divine Victoria.
Some things can only be accomplished in shadow, without the trappings of power and the attention they bring.
Status: alive. Whoever Divine Victoria is, be it Leliana, Cassandra, or Vivienne, she is a powerful woman. She sits on the sunburst throne, the ruler of the Chantry, the Templars, the Circle. She is the leader of the Andrastian religion as a whole, and she has the power to make any and all the changes she deems necessary. She has ties to the Inquisition and the Inquisitor, and all the leaders of southern Thedas turn to her to negotiate many political disputes.
I may be the divine, but I will always be your friend.
In addition to all this, if Cassandra is divine Victoria, she is a skilled warrior, was a seeker, so cannot be possessed at all, and has the ability to make someone's blood boil, literally. Plus, as a seeker, she has access to much information and truths regarding the chantry itself. If Leliana, she retains the name of Spy Master, and she has spies all across Thedas, and thus lots of information. Her network relays any findings, and she has eyes everywhere. If Vivienne, she is a powerful mage and the first ever mage to be named divine. She is ruthless, if not just, and knows how to give enough freedom to mages to satiate the rebellious streak while still maintaining a lot of control herself.
Darling, you're the Inquisitor and I'm the Divine. What maker-fearing soul would refuse us anything?
Thus, Divine Victoria, no matter who of the three she is extremely powerful, especially politically. 2. Flemeth.
As for me, I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
Status? Dead? Flemeth is still more powerful than many other beings, even if those other beings are alive. She has lived hundreds of years, if not longer. With the spirit of an elven goddess living inside of her, she possesses extremely powerful magic and the transfer of youth to continue to live many a long centuries. She has escaped death before. I would be remiss to dismiss her as alive just because she appears as dead. She appears petrified, actually. In the past, she died and was returned through a ritual that activated her life essence. It is possible what she placed in the alluvion is what will bring her back once more. Mithal's essence may have been taken from her, but maybe not completely. But Urthemiel was not, or any other god or goddess she may have absorbed along the way. And if Flemeth was Mithal for so long, it is difficult to imagine that all of Mithal's essence would have been taken from her, or that she no longer has any control over whomever drank from the well of sorrows. And even if she does not, she has set things in place with a purpose, which we will only discover in Dragon Age 4. History predicts future. Flemeth's history predicts that she is probably still alive.
I nudge history when it's required. Other times, a shove is needed.
Thus, Flemeth remains one of the most powerful characters of them all. 1. Solus Fen'Harel, the Dread Wolf.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions.
Status? Very much alive. Whether he has already reconnected with his spirit side, the Dread Wolf, or remains somewhat separated, Solus is extremely powerful. He created the Veil. He imprisoned the Evanuris. He tricked all those gods, even the Forgotten Ones. He's savvy, cunning, because he's a trickster. Duh. He may have been weak after awakening from Uthenera, but even then, he was a powerful mage. He sustained the Inquisitor after the anchor took hold while the Inquisitor slept. He can travel the Fade and visit dreams. He can pull folks who don't dream, like dwarves, into the dream with him. He can kill in dreams. Now he possesses Mithal's essence. He could control the anchor. He can control the Fade. The Dread Wolf is like a Cerberus, a watchdog guarding the Fade, also extremely powerful. Whether the Dread Wolf is Solus dividing in two or not, Solus has begun his ritual and knows much of what is happening inside and outside the Fade that can affect the Fade. He can sense when some magic is disrupting his ritual, and he has a network of spies. He is planning on destroying the world and create a new one / restore the old one. For all intents and purposes, he created Thedas.
I was Solus first. Fanharel came later.
Solus remains the most powerful being, the most powerful character of Dragon Age, known to us. We don't know what we don't know, and is definitely confirmed for Dragon Age 4.
I suspect you have questions.
Let me know in the comments below if you agree with this list, who you would change, where you would place them, and who you would switch up, who you would add. Let me know in the comments below. Like this video if you like it, subscribe to be Jimmy approved, and I'll see you all soon. Masaranas. If you're new here and you like my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. Like it if you like it, for the like it if you like it dance. You can also follow my website, binkyproductions.com, where I post everything from all my channels. Exclusive! If you want to support me, consider buying my book, Stardust Destinies 1 Variant Facing. Magic, dragons, fantasy, all relevant links below. Thank you so much for your time. Your continued viewership is very much appreciated. Masaranas.